Hey guys, what's up? In this video, I'm going to show you how I made $215 in 38 minutes, which is really cool to say, but this is what I'm doing now, day trading. So stay tuned. Let's get to it. We are in my trading TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim. This is where I do all my trading out of, and I've got over here my first winner of the day at $105. And then over here, I've got my second winner of the day at $110. So it is right now, well, right now I'm recording this, it's 9:56 a.m., but I was done trading back at 9:08 a.m. So roughly, markets open at 8:30, so roughly 38 minutes of work this morning, and was able to get a return of about $215, which is really good. I'm very happy with that. Let's look at how these trades formed and what I was thinking during these trades, and that's hopefully will give you guys an idea of what my strategy is and how it's working out for me. It's been a great week of trading. Actually, you can see over here on the right hand side, the S&P 500 is just in a nosedive. This is a monthly chart, but we can probably change this to let's change it to the week. I mean, you can see on the week it's down. It's just continues to fall. So that's okay in my strategy if the overall market is falling, because through utilizing a combination of technical analysis, through utilizing shorting and long positions, that's okay. Whichever way the market goes, if I recognize the right patterns, I'm able to capitalize on the move. So you'll see that with this trade today. Let's start actually over here with BURG. Now, BURG was something that I looked on a website called Benzinga, and that has some of these news articles about which symbols and which stocks are going up and gapping up over the evening. And so I thought that this would be an interesting trade to look at and just to watch. And what happened was, I saw it scream up in the morning. Well, first off, it shot down at open, and then it started to rebound. And I thought, well, in my experience, when things go below this moving average, when things go way below the moving average, sometimes they'll revert to it. So I just watched it and wanted to see, would this stock go back up to this moving average? And it did. That was great. But sometimes it's like a rubber band, where if you stretch it really far from that moving average, then you let go, it's got all that energy and might propel it through the other way. And so I just watched it again, and it started to go. It started to climb. And also with it climbing, we saw an increase in the volume. And when you have an increase in the volume that can be sustained like that, it can signify a big move. And so on the minute chart down here, we saw it retest that moving average, then it went up, and it retested the moving average, and then it went up above this resistance level, and it consolidated at the resistance level. And I said, okay, this is something interesting to watch. It's showing that it's obeying sort of my pattern philosophy is these things kind of tend to bounce off the moving average and obey support and resistance zones. So if they do that, it might be a good opportunity. Well, it turned out it was a good opportunity. What happened was, we'll zoom in here. What happened was, it bounced off of this once, twice, and then it started to move up. And so this is an interesting case, because for some reason with Thinkorswim, I have a tough time bidding on stocks when there's so many decimal places that they go to. I think it's because they start off at sort of a penny stock, and then, like, maybe yesterday this was a penny stock. Is that why? Let's just look here. I think that might be. Yeah, yesterday it was at 70 cents, and so with penny stocks, I think that it's really hard for them to. It makes the chart look like this, and then for some reason I can't get into it. So that's fine, whatever. What happened was, I entered at 149, I believe it was. I have it in my journal here. I keep a little notebook of all my trades. Yeah, so I entered it at 149. I did 300 shares at 149, and then it took off, and it went up to 162, and then it halted. So 162 was this next line of resistance, and I thought, well, I couldn't do anything because it was halted. But what happened was, I just waited to see what would happen after the halt. Now, I never traded into a halt before, but when stocks go up a certain amount, and this was like 100 and some percent, when stocks go up a certain amount, then they have to pause, and people can regroup themselves, think about if they still want to enter the trades, blah, blah, blah. And after the halt, it went shooting up again. And so I did a sell market order, which I never like to do, but I just wanted to get out because I just wanted to be safe. And it continued to climb. And when my order caught up with the market, rather, I got out at $110. So a great trade this morning. And was it risky? Yeah, it was, because this is a stock that I was having trouble entering and exiting the trades. And so that's gotten me into trouble before. Today it was okay, $110. And then I can switch my attention over to the SPY, which tracks the S&P 500. It's an ETF. And this was a trade that I'm really happy about. This is going to go in I should make a weekly highlights trading video, because this was great. This was a disciplined trade that I haven't used yet. I haven't had this in my repertoire yet. And so what happened in this trade was the S&P 500 started off, I think it opened down, I believe. I didn't have time to put that on my notes, but it opened down on the day. You see it over here, this ETF. It opens at, we'll say 239.31. And then it goes down. And it follows this moving average down, right? So we retest, whatever. Retest, it just keeps going down until at this point down here where we have a reversal. Now, when that happened, I put the bottom in here at 232.17, and I drew a line for that as the bottom. And then I waited, and I waited to see where it was going to go. Now, I also drew this descending trend line here at this retest point here. And I wanted to see what would happen if it crossed over, and it did. And so that was point number one. When that happened, I was like, okay, I'll zoom in, I could see sort of another trend forming, and that's this purple line here. You can see this purple line was where it was falling back to at each point. So it goes down here, and here, and here. And this was a key one because it not only retested the purple line, but it also retested a breakout of this descending green trend line, and it attempted to break out of the moving average. So with that, I waited again a few more minutes, and what do you know what happened? Well, it went above this trend line to this support line. So we have the convergence of resistance line. We have the convergence of all of these different lines and all taking place at one point, and because of all of that, it's kind of like triangulation. I knew that this was going to be a great place to enter the trade, and lo and behold, what happened? This line needs to be changed a little bit, I think. I drew this, well, let's just do this. Yeah, should have been like that. Okay, so I only did that because I think this just looked a little wonky when I did that, when I drew that the first time. I think I've changed that since, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So what happened was, came up above this moving average line, dipped back below. I thought I was going to retest this resistance line because it bounced off it here. It gathered, bounced off this one, and then came back up to test it. And I said, if it's going to break this line of resistance, I want to be part of that because it's on the good side. It's on the upside of this moving average. It clearly showed it broke out from this pattern, and I thought this is going to have enough momentum to make a move and to scalp some profits, and it did. It went from, I don't see where I have it. I mean, I have it entered here. I put these little marks here. So roughly, I entered at 234.52 just as it broke this line, and then I got out up here at 235.56. I had 100 shares, and there you go. There's $105 profit. So those were my two trades of the day. And again, this was really good for me personally as I learned how to day trade because it was, let me just do this here. Okay. Because it was disciplined. It was patient. I was waiting for something that was obvious, and then I made the move. And that's the key for me is just waiting, being patient, taking the obvious move. Now, yesterday, I didn't do so well because I wasn't patient. I wasn't looking at triangles and trend lines or anything like that. And the psychology for me was off yesterday in the market. And so I just wanted to take a easy base hit today and then call it good. And once I closed out this trade at 105, I kept being like, oh my goodness, this is the trend line that I'm looking for. It's above the moving average. I could stay in this and ride it all the way up. But it was 9:08. I wanted to start making some of these videos, and I said today, let's just take a winner, and enough is enough. So those were my two trades today. Again, $215, which is a great day. I try to get above $100 a day, and today I was able to make it above $200 a day. So that's a great day. If you do $200 a day all year, I think that's like $50,000 a year. And for me, with day trading, again, the idea for me is that I'm done working. It's like right now it's only 10:07 and I'm already done for the day, and I've made more money than I did at my previous job, and I now get to go spend time with my wife and kids and write and make videos and do whatever else I want. So anyway, that's what I had today. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, feel free to like, subscribe, and you can follow me on my journey as I try to continue to day trade and learn and just explore the markets a little bit. So with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a great day. If you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And we've got some other videos that I'm going to list over here to show you exactly what I'm doing to day trade and how it's going for me. So follow me on my journey if that's something you're into. Take care.